And another thing, part 7, surviving a small town. Another thing is, no one can tell you that it's time for you to go back home. When you the one who'll tell yourself that. Your life is gonna be spinning around so much that it needs stability. Your source, your center, the beginning, your structure, your foundation. It is you that is going to decide on that. I need to go back home. Abantu, your friends or colleagues or whoever, your partner will tell you, you need help, you need this, you need that, you need that. But when inside, you would know that you need to go back home. Izokuhlupha this thing. Sometimes uzutshelwa abantu randomly on the street, you need to go back home. You know, ikuhluphe lento when and things just not happening for you. You know, in a period where you were able to do stuff, but you can't do them anymore because you need to go home. Home calls you, like a mother calls her child, like a mother calls her child to come back home. Home calls you when it feels like you are exhausted, you are spiraling out of control, you are overworked, you are underappreciated, you are unloved, whatever the reason that home calls you back for. I hope you have the courage to answer that door. I hope you have the courage to face yourself in the vulnerability of home. Because you are being called, you are being babied. You're being babied. You know, you're being babied. Go back home. See, to, love you. We need to come and embrace you and take care of you. That's home, Home calls you even if your parents don't call you, even if your mom or father who's at home aren't looking to be with you. But home calls you, Home calls you even if you are having civil rivalry. You guys don't get along in this house, but you need to be home. Home calls you even when life is going great, because it's not about disarray only. When life is going absolutely wonderful, a switch happens and then home is calling. It's not always to repair, it is to reboost, reboot, rejuvenate, rewire, redirect. You might be doing absolutely well, but start having this urge of saying, I need to go back home. And not to visit. Not to say, I need to be at home for a weekend. No, I'm not talking about that. That's sukuba khumbulo, sukhumbule the people. I'm talking about home spiritually. I'm talking about home traditionally, a home that you as a firstborn, njengoba firstborn mean, calls me ukuthi ke I must be doing firstborn stuff at home too, outside of just living my life and showing up here. And I need to be rooted, rewired, so much so that I understand my position at all times. Now, fair enough, I should aspire, and I am looking to leave home to do certain things in the future. I mean, I need to get that farm of mine and start doing that for myself. But that's the period that I have had to be back at home. I didn't know that I needed it until I was here. I didn't know that there were so many things that are broken in me in this quest to find myself that I needed home to repair. That I needed my ancestors to love me and repair me and remind me of who I am, so much so that I needed my angels to guide me and heal me so much until I had to be in this position. I needed to be home. And I needed, there was some emptiness. In fact, emptiness is the one that makes you chase yourself. You know, you're so empty. I want to go out there. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. Because you're empty. You're trying to fill in something. Or you're curious and what. But that gets depleted. And you need to fill it up with love again. So home was that. Home was that for me. You just don't know you need it until it calls for you. It calls. It knows you because it birthed you. You know, it was there before you. Before you even existed, that home was already calling for you to be conceived, so that you can have this office, so that you can explore that and do that, come back, wire that, and then fly off to do that. Like, it knows you. It knows you. It knows you by name. So don't be afraid and don't be negative about this. You need to be of clear mind and clear direction, because it's a phase that is so needed for a completion of life. Yenzega in different ages, different times. It's not going to be like me when it happened and when I turned 35, you know. And I feel like that's halfway through my life, you know. It's not going to be like that. It might happen earlier. Whenever it needs to feel or repair, it will call. And it's not afraid of where you are. You could be in marriage. Oh, gosh. It could be so deep in marriage at that time. And things start to fall apart because you need to go back home. But you need to trust this process. Ufuna uyithembe kakhulu, because eyakho and eyakho alone, depending on where you are in your position at home, the journey differs. But we are all called home. Sometimes you get called home, sasekhona abazali, sasekhona ama siblings, so that whatever lessons you're going to get there will be beneficial for the whole family. Sometimes you'll be called ungasekho muntu. Ngasekho muntu seligceke loda, but wena ukhona. And wena you need to go through that transformation and that repairing of home. So I'm making these videos because I want people to understand that home is not an enemy. It's a source of life. It's a beginning. It's a foundation of you. And you need to fix the foundation. And I know it's not an easy thing. I know you've got fights with siblings. There's issues. There's hate. There's everything that you can ever imagine, all in one space called home. I know that. But I know that you are braver. Remember we spoke about being fearless and being brave and courageous? We meant this so that you can face all of these issues that are threatening the peace of your source. I know there are so many. They come in a form of kids, in a form of siblings, in a form of parents not liking you. Everything, it can happen. But you are called to repair it and fix it. And just by your presence, what are you going to do? You can't run away, because it ain't going away too. You're going to find it. You're going to force a life somewhere else. But it'll find you. And it will disrupt that life. It will bring you back. It will do what it needs to be done. You accept that early because it's your source. Just because you are born there, it's not because it was just a passing by. There was a reason you are born into that family in that position that you are in. And there's a reason mangabe udingeka that fanele ukuthi ubuye, so that that home still keeps its balance and its foundation with you in it.